Hi guys, so I started out using the ellipses as you can see, and I drew a bunch of circles and then I started drawing around them. And I already had in mind kind of what I was going to draw. It was going to be a dragon that is not facing the viewer, it's looking away. It was a bit more difficult than I was usually used to because I have always drawn dragons either exactly from the front or from the side. So this is a bit of a challenge. So as you can see, I did the basic drawing and then I outlined it with a darker color, a darker pink. Now you can see I'm coloring it in using pink shades and some slightly peachy colors. Now you can see I'm using cross-hatching, which is when you draw small lines that overlap and they're parallel to each other. And I'm just cross-hatching and filling in the back, the horns, the neck, and around the eyes. I added in a few scales, but not too many because I didn't want to give it too much of a scaly or a rough look. I wanted this dragon to be kind of a smooth dragon. So I'm just cross-hatching here and I'm cross-hatching the tail. The eyes, I went for a pinky kind of purpley color. I actually forgot that I had to do the wings, so you can see here that I'm using the ellipses tool to get a nice, really sharp edge for the wings. And I obviously did it on a different layer. Always remember that when you're drawing you want to keep your layers separate just in case you make some mistakes. I added like a pink hue to the tips of the tail and the horn and the toes just to give it a more of a different look. I suppose I didn't want it to be completely uniform and I wanted it to be at least slightly different to the other dragons I had drawn in the past, so I added those touches. Here I'm just cleaning up the wing and making it look a bit more tidier and a bit sharper. And again, just cleaning up the head, the body, making sure it looks as tidy as possible. You know my style, that I always love adding a little bit of untidiness, random lines into my drawings, but at the same time I don't want it to be too untidy to the point where it looks unfinished. Now I'm just adding in some shading. I'm using a airbrush, shading in the wings, the body. And I also wanted to make the feet look a little bit more done. I mean, they felt a bit incomplete and the pink hues were taking over the outline. So I wanted to go over the outline again with a darker color. And I finally decided to have this dragon placed on a rock, kind of looking out at a view. I later added some photographs for the background. I'm just adding a few spots. It's a skin texture actually for human skin, but I thought it looked really good on the dragon, so I added some spots. And I'm adding some final touches to the tail, making the flame on the tail slightly bigger, slightly more pronounced. And thanks for watching, guys!